Let's go ahead and take a bathroom break here.
Oh my god, it's a still night. That's smooth as fuck.
Zoc, Nolan, not Zoc. Nolan, you are constantly flirting with everyone you ever encounter, and that you were so like, was that?
With my wife? How do I flirt with my wife?
That is very Zoc.
I love it.
The whole conversation was just like, oh, Zoc's a fucking sub. 100%.
I love it. No, I love it though.
Already 90 degrees?
Yeah. It's so sweet though, I feel like. Because I feel like, Tuga is just so genuinely warm and kind. Like,
yeah.
Anybody can love Tuga. I feel like Zoc is just like so great.
For sure.
She's just amazing, and like I feel like Zoc is just so grateful that Tuga loves him and is like, baby, anything. I will give you anything. You want another kid? I'll give you anything you want.
For sure.
Oh, I love it. So cute. It's a still night.
My parents.
So good.
Fade to
Yeah, they finally kissed. Yay!
They finally did. Yay!
Can I roll to see if I satisfied Tuga?
Let's go. Let's do a Riz roll. What's the mate check?
A Riz roll.
Yeah.
What do you got on your mate check?
I have a 10. Let's see.
Let's go. Let's say. What? Yeah.
What's my
the
DC to?
What's a success? Would we do 5, or do you think it needs to be higher?
What's my DC? What's my DC to satisfy Tuga?
There's gonna be a mate check. Tuga, roll whatever you have in mate right now, and just tell me what you
I have to roll right now?
Yeah. Just tell me whatever you get.
Takes 2 to tango, baby.
Wait, I'm rolling
2 to tango.
Whatever I have in mate, and then that's supposed to be the DC, whatever I get.
Yeah.
Wow, do I get to blow up? Does that
Well, you're blowing something, girl.
Oh my god. I kid you not, I'm literally taking... I'm sorry, Zoc. I'm taking a picture of this right now.
You just blew up again?
Sloppy toppy. Oh my god.
I'm sending the picture right now before I touch anything. It's proof.
I'm gonna go get my water. I can't be involved with this.
I didn't want to be either, but here I am.
Oh my god.
I did an explicit permission with Josie before this if she was okay with an unplanned pregnancy and a sex scene. I knew Nolan would be fine.
Okay. I blew up twice.
Nolan, your face... First of all, you being the last one to get it. Hilarious. So, Zoc. Second, because everyone else, as soon as I said, you felt this way for a while, everyone went... But
no, literally. Everyone, and then Nolan being the last one to pick up on the pregnancy thing, I was like, that's so Zoc.
But then when I
sent it in the wrong one. Oh my god.
Yes, DM's one shots. No. But then when I started the flashback scene, you're like, you remember a night many moons ago. Nolan went.
That's so funny.
Like, and I was like, yeah, Nolan's gonna kill this. He flirt. He's like, Nolan's gonna kill this. He's such a flirt. And then did not, like, he was like,
Anytime Nolan charisma.
He did kill it.
Nolan has to be sincere.
Well, just so you know, now I have an 11. I rolled a 1 on the D8.
Wow, get started.
Yeah.
Get started, Zoc.
Does this count?
Yeah, you can keep it. Yeah.
I can up my mate check now? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
What do you have in mate?
Oh, Zoc.
A 10.
You have a D10 in mate?
Oh, Zoc.
How do you
get water?
How do you have a 10 in mate?
I rolled to scare the
Oh yeah.
the things.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
It wasn't great.
So just came way too quickly.
It wasn't great.
It's been a while.
You know, he was too quick, he still made sure everyone was satisfied at the end.
Yeah. My Star
Thank you,
Trek,
Aaron.
my Star Trek character is gonna be fucking everybody just to make up for this one thing.
Okay.
Listen, you should have paid better attention when Brug was giving you sex ed lessons. He could have told you.
Yeah,
all
no,
the
you're
right
absolutely
spots.
right.
Yeah.
Aaron,
I feel like,
Thank you for adjudicating that, and making sure that everybody still ended up okay. Appreciate you adding that in. Because we can't have Tuga leaving unsatisfied.
Period. Yeah, she deserves better. She deserves
Zoc
better.
is generous.
That was just however many. Wait, what did you get? You got a 3?
Yeah, I got a 3.
That's just how many rounds you did.
Okay.
Oof.
Is that fair? Does that seem fair?
Yeah.
In the one-room cave, or did you guys go to Bush?
Special bush.
Yeah, the white bush.
I think we
White
started.
bush.
Yeah, I heard something about the white bush, so.
I think we
Oh
split.
yeah, pick her up, put her against a tree too. Really, just like
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
The
God.
vines is a makeshift swing.
show her a good time. Tie her up with the vines.
Ooh.
Chivalry has not been born yet.
Hey, listen, you don't need to be chivalrous to show her a good time. You can.
It was a play off of Chivalry's Not Dead, but in this case, chivalry hasn't been invented yet. In this essay, I...
Okay, hold on. Wait, I gotta pee.
Gotta write that fucking essay now.
I need
Why
water.
you can be chivalrous in the prehistoric times.
Can we pretend that? Can we redo that scene? Can we retake?
No.
What?
No, you fucked up. I'm sorry.
No, the roleplay I thought was great. I think Zoc being on like a nervous little sub boy is really good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And Tuga
I
being
mean,
like,
I do think it's on character.
well, you know, because she can't hint enough. There's no world in which she just gives like a shoulder squeeze and he's like, okay. Like there's no, like she has to be like, so you think we can step away from it?
I need you to do me a favor, Nolan. Pick a number 1 to 100,
No.
and then roll a d100 for me.
Okay, so you're the DM now?
So
No. Trust me.
I'm trusting you.
Do you want to know the number?
Huh? Tell me the number. Yeah, tell me the number you said.
23.
All right, and what did you roll?
D100 would be. So I have the percentile dice, right?
Yeah, that and a
both of
D10.
those.
Also.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to hide again?
I rolled a 30 even.
Okay, you rolled above it. Zoc's not a cuck if he were in the modern day.
Damn. Damn.
Let's go.
Congrats.
I don't think he would share.
No.
I don't think he would share. He has not left
No.
this woman's
Oh,
side
yeah.
in 10 days or whatever.
Yeah.
Since she's been injured. And there's other there's other willing, capable people here to watch her and he hasn't left her side.
Very protective. Very protective.
Yes,
Just
yeah.
like how I taught him.
I'll be right back.
Olga doesn't share either.
I will be back.
Okay.
I totally see. I totally freestyled that like Olga having a love in the past, but I also think that like
I loved that.
I think that that's totally like real because I think she's a very unlovable person. Where like
Yeah.
of course she would end up but like of course she would have a love that she was just like so dedicated to but just was not interested in her.
Like,
And then-
fully, I stalked my partner for a month, and it didn't work out.
Yeah. And her like probably trying to change herself a lot and then meeting Brug and Brug just being so enamored with her and like how powerful she is and how fucking brutally honest she is and like all of these things. Like someone who fully accepts her in like all of her flaws and Olga just finding someone who like is probably just like one of the nicest people in the entire world. And being like, yeah, I'm not gonna let this one go. This is
I feel like
my person.
Qeela was probably told that story of like you gotta find the right person.
Mm-hmm.
And then Agoka was like everything that Olga described Brug to be. And it's just like, I'm not gonna turn on my fucking mom. Damn.
Fuck. Yeah.
Olga and Brug were swingers for sure.
Oh, really? I think Olga was super jealous. I feel like she was very like didn't share. Like if someone even looked at Brooke the wrong way, I feel like it would be like, daggers, I'll fucking murder you. And because she's so scary, I feel like because she's so scary, like maybe in her older age she would be more about it, but I feel like as a young woman, she would have been like, look at my fucking man and I will spear you through your goddamn throat.
Brooke was like that everybody hates Chris episode where all the like moms around town, or all the single moms around town, are coming to the dad, and he's like terrified to even talk to them because he like knows what his wife will do.
Oh my god. I feel like Brooke almost was like oblivious to it. Like he just thinks they're being nice. Mm-hmm. Like, oh yeah, I talked to what's her name or whatever, and you know she gave me like, she had some extra apples that she just like gave me today. Like, wasn't that so nice? And Olga's like, yeah, yes, that was very nice. I'm going
really
to talk
unfortunate. The bone pin holding her fucking loincloth up or whatever, her toga, broke for the 5th time this week. It's really unfortunate.
So strange. That random rock keeps falling on her head every time she leaves her cave. It's so clumsy. Such a clumsy woman.
At the top of their
So Olga coded.
So
I want to give a shout out to Hale for making me cry 2 minutes into the session. When
honestly,
Tuga's death scene did not make me cry. You saying in a watery voice, she's not moving.
As
a channel that inner trauma.
You know how hard it was for me to be quiet that long with all that going on?
Yeah, I mean...
I was like, stop it, guys.
Josie, what was that like for you, brutal. Like, kind of attending your own funeral in that way? Like, I mean, it didn't end up being a funeral, thankfully, but...
I was like, guys, I'm not dead.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody stop crying. She's fine.
Shut up! Stop crying.
Nala would know, and Nala's fine. You're out for the count. She's never seen like that.
Yeah.
Really nice moment between Olga and Hoku.
It was so cute.
Yeah, it was. That was so cute.
And I feel like Nala and Qeela and Nala and Hoku both had really cute moments today, so far too.
Yes.
I think Qeela is fully in the like, oh fuck, life is precious, we gotta teach everything. And also, I'm never gonna have kids, so fuck, I'm gonna help with these ones as best I can. And I'm just so glad that Qeela in this like, I need to make everything okay for the kids forever, fully not at the point where like, okay, things have to change eventually. It's just like, I'm going to do something very, very nice for Hoku that's going to emotionally damage her forever.
Christ.
Yeah.
He was like, no one's
this
going to
like
be happy.
quote-unquote delusion.
Oh my god. Also,
I think that there's a little bit of...
Hoku to be a homeschool kid.
Yeah. I do think there's a little bit of projection. Yeah, giving the berry to Nala. I think there's a little bit of projection in giving Hoku her rock back. Because, like,
1000%.
She was satisfied. You know, like, it wasn't, not satisfied, but she had come to terms with it, kind of a thing.
Yes.
And her conversation with Olga made Hoku kind of come to okay, I guess I'm growing up. You know, and then you being like, no, you're not!
Yeah, before the Olga scene, when Hoku had put the rock down, I'm like, okay, Qeela's in crisis mode. She cannot, like, emotionally assess that Hoku's growing up. Put her back in the fucking box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
And Hoku, I mean, she was so willing to go back into that box given the slightest amount of hope.
Yeah,
I mean, like, she's watching her childhood just disappear before her eyes, and having to be the grown-up, and while she can still, like, act more like a grown-up than before, or if she doesn't have to completely let go, there's no way she's gonna hold on to every last shred of hope.
I do really love, like, the moment something traumatic happens in a family, particularly when it comes to a parent's health or even a parent passing away. Eldest daughter. Qeela, you see yourself in that. I mean, before Brooke died, you took on that role, but since then, too, you've had to take on the hunt. Dad's dead. I have to help. In this moment, you know, Hoku, mom's out of commission, dad's losing it because mom's out of commission. And, like, there's a little bit of, like, a, you know, gusto and, like, oh, they're treating me like an adult now. They're trusting me to take Nala somewhere. I'm going on the hunt now, like, for realsies, not just, like, oh, yeah, like, you can drive in the parking lot at the mall at midnight. No, like, you're driving Mom to doctor's appointments, kind of a thing. Like, we're seeing that, like, jump up here of how she's being treated, where, you know, ready or not, they don't think that you're a shithead anymore. Like, they're giving you these things and they're trusting that you can do them. Because you just have to be able to. Yeah. You guys want to play some D&D? Or it's not D&D. You guys want to play some Kids on Bikes, Never Settling Up?
Let's get back to it.
Yes, I do.
Before we get back into it, I just love the little fucking stink eye exchange between Olga and Qeela.
Yes!
Because we can't heal the relationship that quick.
No.
Olga's had to deal with kids growing up. Qeela refuses to.
Yeah. And I think, like, almost the challenge between the two of them of, like, things are already so bad right now. Am I really gonna start shit again and, like, fuck up the tenuous piece that we have going right now? Like, and also Olga trying to be, like, nicer. Mm-hmm. Like trying a little bit to, like, be nicer, being like, I don't know the point at which to let it go or to say something yet, so I'm just going to let it go and see. Like, I don't know her limit. I don't know her limit of letting things go. Like, I don't know when she's going to be pushed.
I love that, and I think that for both of them, at the very least that's what it looks like for me, is that both of them are trying in their mind to help Hoku, and it's just diametrically opposed.
Yes,
so it's like we're both doing what we think is best, and we can never agree on that.
Yeah. I think, like, very much Qeela, like, keeping her in her teenage years and her childhood versus Olga moving her into adulthood, like, that pull of, like, she's just a kid, let her have her hopes and dreams for a little while longer, and Olga being like, we're in fucking crisis survival mode right now, like, she needs to grow the fuck up.
Okay. What an episode! Oh my god, I might cry. I don't want it to be over. We're doing a season 2 because I can't let go of anything, ever.
No, I can't either.
So bad. Screw Jesus.
We will take a break, though. We're not gonna, like, next week we start, you know, let's let it simmer for a while.
Yeah, let's let it fester. I still have to give, I'm glad that it got held over, because I feel like that could be a cute little thing with Nala and Oka, but I still have your millipede.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot about it, to be honest.
It's cool. I was going to give it to you before the end of season 1, but honestly, that'd be a cute thing to start off season 2 anyway, so that's great. Yeah. So I gotta remember to give you your millipede.
I'm thinking about it, and I'm wondering if a time skip is appropriate. If so, how long? You know, like, so there's a lot of things to consider. And kind of doing it, like, usually when any actual play show does a second season of something, they'll have it, even a small time skip, and just be like, hey, Nolan, hey, you're allowed to eat, as just the laughing and at yourself and the camera. No, most of the time when you do a season 2 of an actual play show, you usually have some kind of, like, tell us how your character's changed while off character. Like, you usually don't pick up immediately after, just because you want some kind of anything to have happened. But yeah, let's talk about it, because everybody had some bonkers good moments this session. Olga reconciled with Brug, reconciled with Qeela, sort of. Reconciled with Zoc, Hoku, and you and Nala have always been chill, but and you and Tuga have been chill since last session, so you were kind of healing girly in your healing era.
Very much hashtag in her healing era.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much, I think, like, kind of fully accepting that, like, Brug is gone. Any aspect of her that is clinging to his presence is only hurting her and hurting her family, because even though she's old, even though she has, like, put in her time, so to speak, raising the kids and the grandkids, she still has fucking work to do. Because now that Brug's not here, she also needs to, like, pull some fucking emotional weight, because she has, like, come to the realization that she has stunted her children, and Tuga is really the only one who is able to meet these people where they're at with the level of kindness and with the empathy and with the emotional intelligence that like Brooke had.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's doing her best to try to emulate him. I imagine that she will fail occasionally and not meet the mark, but you know, if Oka is one thing, she is fucking determined, and she's gonna be good at something, even if it's out of like fucking spite. Like she's gonna work her ass off at it.
Yeah. Dare I say, Qeela, I think, is the only one of y'all who's gotten worse throughout this campaign.
You guys, oh my goodness. So if anything, I scheme. Constantly scheming all the time. There was wheels turning in my mind at one point, and I don't think this is how it would play out anymore, but at one point it was going to be, I'm just like you, and that's why I killed Agoga, and then leaves.
Wow.
Because I am you, I cannot deal with hope, and that is why I killed them. And then there was a little bit of reconciliation, and Tuga kind of pushed towards, you know, you've got to talk to people, and it would have been, we're a lot alike, and I used to blame you for what I did, but ultimately I chose to be like you, and that's why I killed Agoga. And then the fucking kids were like, you're lying to us? And so now Qeela is torn between, do I tell mom and have mom tell them as I disappear into the night after giving like all of them a goodnight hug and disappear forever, and then they fucking hate me forever, because I'd hate them forever if I was in there, but if the roles were swapped, or do I have to come clean about my fucking murder?
And
I can't fucking wait.
And like, yeah, I mean, I want to like hit what everybody's scenes were the same, but then after that, I'd love to hear. I'll go through each of you, if you know, whenever we do a season 2 in, you know, a month, couple months, whatever. Like, where do you see your character now? If we did a time skip or whatever. But Zoc, congratulations, Daddy. Loved your reactions to. Father, I was kind of expecting Zoc to be more like, what? But I loved that he was nervous and like worried about it, but also just like overall, he's such a girl dad, dude. He loves his daughters. Just so immediately like, oh no cave, but also baby, yay. And shout out to Nolan for forgetting how to flirt during the conception scene, but I think it worked out really well.
Zero riz.
Listen, it worked really well for Zoc. I do think that was not Nolan's intention, though. I do, based on your facial expressions during that scene, I really think you were like,
no, I know how to flirt.
I feel like when Nolan flirts,
we know you
it's
do.
Always like, I feel like when Nolan flirts, it's always like no stakes. Like it's always like he just sort of like throws it out there. It's casual, but the minute it's like kind of important and the like sincerity is like actually relevant, he's like, shit, how do I do this?
He knows that this one ends up in the conception of a child, and he's like,
yeah.
Where's all my game gone?
Too much pressure.
We know that you can flirt. You do it all the time, even at the non-sexual adult sleepover. But yeah, that was I think it fit for Zoc, so I thought it was really funny.
Jay,
Yeah,
love you.
I love those. And also, reconciling with mom, getting your game on with your wife. We got to see a really like sweet and caring side with you taking care of Tuga and suitcase carrying the kids, and the kind of sibling relationship that you and Qeela have is so funny, because most of the time you're like, oh, you have a problem with my parenting? Okay, also, my teen daughter really likes you, so can you please come with us when we go to cave? But also, you're really pissing me off right now. I love you. And then hug each other. Like, and Keela's like, okay, now.
territory.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. And then Qeela, God, getting worse every day. Tuga, Tuga, the most beautiful pregnancy reaction, I think. I did check with I told Josie ahead of time that this was going to happen in case she wanted to just surprise you guys and be like, guess what? And rather than, like, you guys finding out when I narrate it, in case she wanted to just tell you guys. But I liked that moment of, you know, starting there. Literally the moment I said, like, you felt this way for a while. Skullie was like, like, immediate.
No, listen. I'm a girl's girl. I'm in tune with the ladies.
You always know.
I know the happenings.
Yeah, and so then we got to see rare one-on-one Zoc and Tuga scene. And you were so, like, again, back to Zoc, you were so golden retriever, sweet husband while taking care of her. Like, just, in general, very nurturing and whatever, but when she was like, oh, no, go. Like, I'm fine. Go away. He's like, stuck with you? I'm thrilled to be spending time with you. Like, you are my favorite person in the whole world. Like, well,
Get rid of me.
If you think you being pregnant's gonna make me go away now, no. I trust my sister and my mom to get everything set up for our new cave. I'm not leaving. You know, that was very sweet. We also had 3 separate couple flashbacks, all themed to the same thing.
Yeah.
Fucking no, just like heavy romance, all of them. Which you know,
Everyone going to the white bush.
3 generations of getting that freak on. Know what I'm saying?
3 generations.
Wait, what? Shut up. You know what I mean?
2 generations.
Yeah.
Qeela.
We saw
One
like
of which did not get any freak on whatsoever.
who? You?
I did not freak.
You were about to go to the river and buck.
Okay, sure. But was that go to the river and kill my husband?
No, not yet.
Kill my partner?
That was
No, that
not.
wasn't the first. That was like 8 river trips later.
No, yes. This is the first day in your new cave. You didn't kill Goka for a few weeks after that.
Holy shit.
Weeks? Yikes.
2 months later, it's like, God fucking damn it.
She still wants a baby. They still want a baby. Fuck. Yeah. And
Holy shit.
obviously, Zoc and Tuga, scene. I also told Josie, like, I'm probably going to do this ahead of time, just so you know, because Josie likes a little heads up on romance sex scenes sometimes, so she can mentally prepare. I didn't know it would be fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Zoc, come to bed. I loved that. Or what was it? It was... It's a still night. But,
It's a still night. It's a still night.
We can step away for a while.
Right.
Agoka feeding, like, just the concept, like, no, you need to name our kids.
Yes.
Very clearly, like, shut up. Kiss me.
Yeah.
Ready to go to bed? Oh, you want to sleep on a different pelt than me?
thing.
River? You too warm, baby girl? Let's go to the river.
One thing, real quick, before I forget, I fully, if Qeela was going to admit to killing Agoka, it fully would have been a callback to the flashback of "Promise you won't be mad." I was fully just fucking twist the knife.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Aaron, I would love that.
I would love to see how Olga would have reacted. You are brilliant with her every time.
Thank you, that is so sweet. Oh my god.
And we actually...
I was literally... Yeah.
We got 2
go ahead.
scenes with Olga and Brug. First one, entirely unplanned. I had already planned on that butterfly scene for you during the, like, crack apart thing. Didn't intend on that, but you got so astronomically high on a mate check while you were walking, so I added in, you know, first finding cave, which I thought that really added a lot. I liked seeing you guys as, like, young parents trying to keep up with, like, when Zoc and Qeela were the same age that Hoku and Nala are now, but also going all the way back of just, like, it kind of implied, like, too young, pregnant, kicked out, we gotta find somewhere. You know?
Yeah.
That definitely, like, first generation, super struggling parent vibe.
She's hard for a reason.
Yeah.
When you were doing the clay hands, because I was like, the clay hands are coming. The little paint is coming. I know it's coming. I can feel it. And I was like tearing up thinking about it. And then you were the constant like, come here, come see. I was like dead. Nope, I'm not recovering from this. It was so good.
As I was playing Brug, I kind of realized he's a lot of, I think he gave Oga a lot of slow down, stop thinking about where the next meal is going to come from for 5 seconds. Look, our kids are playing in the dirt right now. Look.
Yeah.
And, like, because I said that a lot, and just a lot of, like, no, come here. Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Oh my god, he's literally her piece, like, completely. And I think, like, they must notice just, like, how tense she's become since he's died.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Mom
but, like, she doesn't have that stopper anymore.
To tell her,
other than, like,
stop.
probably, like, Tuga.
Oh, Tuga is exactly like Brug, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Aaron, that scene where you were, like, talking to Tuga, and it was, like, how's it feel being Oga's favorite, or whatever, and I was like...
You call her your daughter. You think Qeela hasn't heard that a million times before, and hasn't fucking internalized that to a little rotting core of disdain?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the amount of times that Oga, in that conversation, gave you a bid to, with the baby question, like, so how do you feel about this whole baby thing? Hits kind of close to home, huh? And you're like, well, I will help take care of the baby if needed. Like, you know that mom knows.
Right now.
You know that mom knows that something relating to a baby was going on with Agoka, and is just trying to, like, okay, it's been 10 years, like, or it's been longer than that. It's been at least 16 because Hoku wasn't here.
Yeah.
Just
little by little we gotta.
Qeela technically lying by admission. Fuck, dude.
And let's talk about that. The kids, do you trust your aunt? Yes, implicitly. Of course I trust her. She's the one who stands up for me with the moon. She's the one who teaches me about hunting and gathering. She's the one who defends me to mom and dad. She's the cool aunt. She lets me do what I want. She let me try a berry. Yeah, I trust her implicitly. But it's that very, like, typical family dynamic of, like, you have this older family member that you think is just so cool and you think the world of them and they're so cool. And then you get a little older and you're like, man, they're a fuck up. That's the older cousin that sneaks out of school and, like, snorts coke in the bathroom and then, like, comes to family gatherings high, and that's always the ones that younger kids are like, yo, you're so cool, you have, like, blue hair, I want to hang out with you, I
didn't have a chance to say it. I think that night, after Qeela and Oga fought, I think she fully went crazy on the berries that night. And then the cave-in happened, and it's just like, fuck, I'm fucking up again.
Yeah.
Just so violently hungover, like.
Yeah. But yeah, we have that scene, the kids there, and I loved Hoku and Nala finally, like, and it's interesting because I think normally, I have an 8-year age gap with my sister, and I think as soon as she started being treated more like an adult, I got closer to her. I'm the younger one. So, like, when we were both considered to be kids, I was, whatever, go on your side of the hallway, I don't care, never care to see you. But as soon as she, like, moved out, went to school, she was inviting me to come spend the weekend sometimes, when I was, like, 11 years old, come stay in the dorm with me. And we would start hanging out, and, like, she was treating me more like an adult, and now that she was treated like an adult, like, we got a lot closer. So I felt like that was very genuine of, like, well, Hoku's starting to be given some responsibility now, which also, in an 8-year age gap, would be like, okay, yeah, I guess I have to drive my little sister to soccer practice because mom said I could drive, right. And now I have extra responsibilities or whatever, But I thought that was very genuine, you two getting to connect a little more.
That's
I
have no idea what I'm doing with this. I am the oldest in my entire family.
Yeah.
So every other kid is younger than me, so I have no, like, clue how to be a younger sibling.
I think that's really...
She's so cute.
Yeah.
What's also really interesting to me about
Yeah.
Nala's character that I loved is that, you know, like, we've hit a few times in these last 2 sessions, like, you are generally pretty submissive, obedient, you listen most of the time, and you slip under the radar a little bit because the adults are fighting so much, and Hoku was having a whole teenager deal, so she wasn't paying any attention to you yet, and, you know, you figured out, okay, if I act up, I get a little bit of attention, but also everything important that has ever been found out in this campaign was found out by a killer fire check by Nala. The rock, like,
That's true, yeah.
finding out where the rock came from, finding that giant fruit, finding, you know, that big last check was Nala. Almost everything has been, you know, Nala found the overhang where Tuga was, you know, put to be safe.
Oh my god, that's right.
Just like everything, Nala's clearly 7 years old and the most level-headed person in this family.
I think because Nala falls to the background a lot, she's so observant.
Yeah.
She's always looking out, because in her mind, she's trying to do what her whole family does. She wants to be every one of them in the way that they help each other. So she's always on the lookout doing things that she's seen them do in the way that only she can, because she's so young and small.
And, like, let me just say, like, to kind of start off the season 2 discussion, I can see, while this being, like, a very, like, planting a seed kind of opening season for Nala because of those reasons, like, that is so clearly something to me that, like, 7-year-olds are hard to play in TTRPGs. There's only so much you can do with them, you know what I mean? And, but that gives you an excellent gateway, I think, for season 2 to, you know, if we do a time skip, I don't have any plan for season 2, but, like, if we did a time skip and you were, like, 10 or 11, you know, a preteen, adolescent Nala, I feel like the jump there would be insane and, like, such good character development and such a good, it gives you such an incredible, like, launch pad to have this super cool character arc, if that makes any sense. But, like, just to kind of start that conversation, like, where do you see, if we did a season 2, like, where would you see Nala being if we did a little bit of a time skip? Like, what would you probably want to change about her?
I think she'd be quieter as she got older, and she'd be more tuned in to everything. I think she would definitely take a lot of traits from the people around her, but I think specifically, like, Hoku, she would, because she idols her sister, and I think that'll carry over, for sure. I don't really know, it's hard, because I feel like she's just starting as a character still.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a thing where, like, I just have to play her and see where she takes us.
I love that. Hoku, what about you? If we did a time skip and you were, like, fresh young adult in our next, you know, you're 17, 18.
Yeah. I mean, God, it's hard to say. I know, that she probably would have to, at some point, realize that on the moon is not really in love with her. And how she would, like, internalize that is hard to say.
Just starts vehemently hating Qeela.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Well, and that leads me to Qeela.
Yeah.
If we do, like, a 2 or 3 year time skip, where does Qeela end up?
I don't think there's even a guarantee that she's still around, necessarily. It depends on how things are after finding this civilization. She has gotten so close to... She sticks around because she feels like the family needs her. If there's other people, she's not necessarily needed anymore. And there would have to be a lot of growth on her part to admit that she needs her family, and she's not just sticking around because they need her.
I think if Qeela had left and Hoku found out what she did with the moon rock, I think Hoku would blame herself a lot for that, because she would be mad at her, but also Qeela left because she felt unneeded, and Hoku knew, despite being mad, that she still needed her aunt.
Yeah. Tuga, what about you? If we did a 2 or 3 time, you have a toddler now? Where's Tuga end up?
Yeah. I don't know. I would have to think about what I would want to do for Tuga, because it's like, what would her growth look like, Because she's already, like, I feel like in a good spot, like she's in a good spot emotionally. She's got her family. I think she's got a pretty good head on her shoulders, so it's like, I don't know yet what I would.
Yeah. I don't know that I would necessarily do like a 2 to 3 time. I don't think I would do that much, because I don't want to skip to you guys already being like a part of a civilization,
Right.
I'd love to see more of the adjustment period, the arriving, all of that stuff. But I could see like realistically skipping to like right when the baby's about to come, or right when the baby does come, or something like that. Just a few months difference to where there's still like enough time for a little bit of change to happen, but it's not like, oh, now as a teenager now,
Yeah.
Zoc, what about you?
I would love to see. I'd love to see Tuga like actually be able to take time for herself. Like,
yeah, with a newborn, you know how easy that is.
With a new baby?
Well, just rely on her family more. Like, I feel like
if you guys have a village,
this,
quite literally.
What's that? What?
That's what really got me with.
If you guys quite literally have a village to lean back on and people that you could trust, maybe more. But any mom of 3 in the modern world with a village is still like. Zoc, what about you?
What got me
See
was
how
like
she kind of settles into that life.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as she was like up and recovered enough to start walking, she was taking care of like, Nala's injuries and stuff. Like, as soon as she had been mended to, or like tended to, she was back to being a caretaker, which was like...
She's absolutely, in my opinion, the Rock.
Oh yeah, I agree.
If Tuga had died in session 2, can you imagine the vibe for this finale?
My God.
That's
Like the waterfall immediately.
Heinous.
I think Qeela would have left, run away. I think Zoc would have killed himself.
Yeah.
In solidarity.
And in solidarity, the reference. And then I think Olga would have like
Lived out of spite.
Yeah, taken the kids and found a new cave to say fuck you to all of you guys. Yeah, insane. Yeah. But anyway, Zoc, what about you? Where would you see Zoc if we did a 2-year time skip, which I don't think we will?
I mean, Zoc is already so changed, like from the start, like he was inside. It'd be really tough on him, I think, to a new way of life entirely, and I think being around that many people so immediately would like just be a culture shock. Like, it would just throw him out of whack. Like, having to interact with people that he doesn't have years of history with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And with a new baby that you have to protect. Yeah.
Right.
So with the more likely time skip. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What about you?
I want to say I'm really impressed by how well everyone has done a family dynamic, because there's clearly all these threads and connections between us, and everyone has like, all right, we've got beef, but we also still love each other. You and I have beef, but we still love each other. And then it was like, well, no one can be mad at Nala. She's 7. She can't do anything wrong.
She's a baby.
And then it was like, well, Tuga's an outsider to a degree. For Olga and Qeela definitely treated Tuga a little bit differently. Zoc is fucking worshipping his wife, which I approve of. And, like, it's very much you can tell who has known each other the longest and gotten the most beef over time.
Yeah, for sure.
Less than 15 hours of gameplay, and we've created this.
And I've cried maybe 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I finally cried today.
Episode.
What made you cry?
It's the cry to
Did Nala made you cry?
No, I think it. Oh man, I don't even remember what it was now. You'll see it.
We'll see it.
Check the tape. We'll check the tape.
Olga, what about you? Where do you see Olga in season 2?
Just really trying to repair her relationship with various family members. And I do think, like, particularly Qeela, because Qeela is the most like her and has been the most fucked up by her. So I do think it's sort of like very much like you were saying earlier, like the good place of like, but I wanted that mom. Why couldn't she have been that mom for me? Like,
now you're being a good grandma to new baby.
Right, exactly. And Qeela having all of this damage and having all of this like trauma and being stuck with it.
Yeah.
For
Why was
however
I
many
the
years.
trial run here? Type
Right,
thing.
exactly. Being stuck with all of this damage and like, oh, now you want to play nice, but like again, Oka really trying to like connect with her, you know, eat the berries, try to like maybe like talk shit about like all the other families, like just trying anything to just like connect with her daughter, and I feel like probably continuously failing.
Yeah.
And like I see that being like a huge conflict for her going forward of like really trying and Qeela just, and rightfully so, just being like, hey, listen, you kind of lost your fucking chance. Like,
Yeah,
you've
really a why won't you let me in scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I also think helping Tuga for sure. But I think as like a general, like blanket goal of just like trying to repair her relationship with her family. So like Zoc, again, like she vibes with Nala, like her and Nala like get along pretty well. But like repair her relationship with Zoc, with Qeela, with Tuga, with Hoku, and try to build something better than what they had previously.
Yeah. Well, we can continue talking as long as we want. But I'm going to end the bathroom break here. Thank you all very much for watching, and stay tuned for season 2.